he wasn't someone that was seeking knowledge before. Like he was, he was a highway robber. You know what I'm saying? There's a narration of him. He was like scaling a house to rob, and while he was climbing the walls, he heard someone recite. He had the ayah in. ألم يعني للذين آمنوا
أن تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله.
And he said, Bala ya Rabb qad an. Yeah, like, so the ayah is, has a time not come for Allah's believers to humbly submit to with his remembrance.
Yeah.
And Fudayl ibn Iyad said, yes Allah, the time's come. And from that he left that life. Just by hearing that one ayah.
That one ayah, yeah.
It changed his life and he became, a massive scholar. We still live from today. Fudayl ibn Iyad.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Today we're here for another episode of Student Sundays with the brothers at MCO. Today we'll be talking about the importance of the Qur'an. I'll introduce the panel now. On my right, far right, I've got Mustafa. How you doing, Mustafa?
Alhamdulillah, barakatuh. How are you?
I'm good, man. Alhamdulillah. And next to me, we got Isa.
So,
How you doing?
alhamdulillah, I'm good, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm steady. Abdullah. We got Abdullah on my left. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, alhamdulillah.
Hey, looking kind of different today.
What is it? I think it's my hair. Is it my hair?
Oh, yeah. Is it? Yeah. But yeah, next to him we got Asad.
Assalamu alaikum.
How you doing, man?
Alhamdulillah, good bro.
Alhamdulillah. So, gentlemen, today, very important topic, religion-wise, very important, and personal lifestyle-wise, isn't it? The importance of the Qur'an. So, Abdullah.
No, not me.
Tell me, when I say the importance of the Qur'an, what comes to your mind? What is it? Tell me the importance of the Qur'an.
Start with someone else. Start with Mustafa, Sheikh Mustafa.
Mustafa,
No.
would you like to interject this delinquent?
It can be looked at from a range of aspects in terms of its recitation. But the main reason why the Qur'an was sent down, كتابا أنزلنا إليك مباركا ليدبروا آياتي. Did I say that right? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's right. It's right.
That's right.
No, that's the maqsood, the reason that the Qur'an was sent down. So you reflect on its ayat and you act upon it. As the Prophet ﷺ said, the Qur'an hujjatun laka wa alayka is a proof for you against you. And that means in terms of if you acted upon it or if you didn't act upon the Qur'an. But although that's the most important thing, its recitation should not be neglected as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned it's a shifa on Yawm al-Qiyamah for the person that recites it, and for every letter that you recite, you get
rewarded. Yeah.
Al-hasanatu bi ashya amthaliha, you get 10 times that. So every letter that you recite, you get 10 reward for that. So there's nothing like reciting the Qur'an in terms of ajr. Because one letter, how many letters are there on a page in the Qur'an?
Too many to count,
So
man.
many, yes,
Subhanallah.
so no, yeah. So
that's a very good point, So if you increase your recitation daily, even, you get a lot of ajr for that.
Also in that hadith, he mentioned, I do not see alif lam mim is one letter. Alif is one.
It's all separate, yeah.
Yeah, lam is one letter. Mim.
That's mad. Just that's free.
But yeah.
That's mad, wallahi, Allah. But yeah, what about you, Isa? What do you think about the importance?
Well, it's important, isn't it? Because ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. It's been sent down as a guide so we can become righteous individuals.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants as well.
But that's the main goal.
Yeah.
And literally, bro, without the Qur'an, if the Qur'an was never revealed,
Bro, it's like
it's like you can't live life without a manual, bro.
Literally, I was just gonna say that,
it's just like that, bro.
It's like buying some mad wardrobe with no instructions.
Yeah.
You won't know how to construct it.
You'll be lost there, bro.
Yeah, you'll be lost, fam. That's you can easily relate that to someone that doesn't recite the Qur'an or doesn't ponder over the ayahs of Allah. So yeah, man, very important.
What better guidance is there?
Okay, go on.
I was saying, what better guidance is there than the Quran?
Yeah.
If you need life,
Exactly.
Nothing better than that. The words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That's it, man. If you just follow it.
من الله قيل. The ayah in the Quran. There's ayah in the Quran. What he's about to say in it. There's nothing better than the Quran in speech. That's true. There's ayah in the Quran. وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا قِيلَ. There's two. But yeah, just to touch on what Isa said about alifun harfun wa lamun harfun wa mimun harfun. It's important to understand like people need to like learn how to recite the Quran as well.
That's a very important
big one, like with the Tajweed and stuff like that. Because of course you can read the translation in it, but like it doesn't have the same effect in Arabic.
Yeah.
Like with the Tajweed rules applied, it's different to like just reading translation, if that makes sense.
And there's an element when you're reciting it in Arabic that you can't get when you're reading it in English. No?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't translate accurately from Arabic thing because Arabic is such a rich language.
Yeah.
Like even just the grammar rules apply changes. Like,
it steps on English. It steps on English, bro.
Yeah,
it runs it over.
You can't
lie.
Yeah, it's true.
We need several words just to define one word.
Yeah, that's why you see in Tarawih here. Some people like they're crying in the Tarawih because they understand what's being read, but some people their legs are shaking. They're just waiting for the imam to go down.
Yeah, that's true, man.
But imagine like the difference between English and Arabic. Can you imagine the Tarawih being in English like, oh, the most merciful, in the name of the most merciful? That doesn't sound the same. That's not.
Do you know what's funny? Yeah, this is when I was bored, innit, on YouTube. I must have came across a video. Yeah, someone must have said, like, see how the Bible, when they read it, it's just like normal, like reading like a story, bro.
Yeah.
But when you read in the Quran, you can actually feel it, even though you don't know the meaning. You can still feel it inside of you. Like it's mad. It's true though.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube, like those non-Muslims reacting to Quran?
Yeah.
They don't even know what's being said.
They get emotional, even though they don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a very good point, you know. That's why it's very important to pattern up your tajweed, innit?
So imagine if just a recitation can move you like that. Imagine even knowing the meaning.
Yeah, subhanallah, man.
Whole different level. Man.
That's mad.
That's true. Man. So how would we get to that stage of like being able to recite the Quran with fluency?
With fluency?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. Yeah, Madinah College. But yeah, at Madinah College, alhamdulillah,
this
man.
is not planned, by the way.
Obviously, come on now, man. At Madinah College, we got one of the best teachers in probably London, 100%. Teaches Tajweed. We get taught Qur'an properly. Even the poem Al-Jazariya. I think last time they done Tuhfatul Atfal. But yeah, man, it's a good stepping stone. Me personally, when I joined, he can tell you, man, innit? My Tajweed is in the dumps.
It's true, I can't lie.
My Tajweed is poor, bro.
I think Sheikh can testify for that as well.
Yeah, he can. Anyone can testify that. I heard me before, innit? But alhamdulillah, man, been here for a while now, and I like to think that my Tajweed is good. Alhamdulillah.
So that's the first step. So you found a teacher. You found a teacher.
Finding a teacher is one of the most important steps, because if your teacher doesn't even know Tajweed properly, or doesn't even have an ijazah, in my opinion, then I don't know what you do.
It's true.
You have to look what you.
Because imagine, your teacher doesn't know the proper Tajweed, innit? They teach you, and then now you feel like you know Tajweed, innit? But you know Tajweed according to your teacher, innit?
Yeah.
And then you keep passing that chain down, and that's a whole chain. Just
you're carrying his mistakes all the way down. Yeah, it's true.
That's why I'd say the first most important step is finding a teacher.
Even before that, like even we mentioned last week, intentions first.
Oh yes, intention.
Like, you'll get what you first intended. Like, everyone will get like what they intended. So to intend to even to start seeking out and going to, trying to memorize the Qur'an, trying to understand its meaning.
Even to learn it as well.
Yeah, even to learn it. Like, just try perfecting Tajweed even.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have like a intention and like the willingness to do that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be taken lightly, man. People think, it's just Tajweed. It's not just Tajweed. You're preserving the words of Allah.
Yeah. Once you think of it like that, it's a whole different perspective. Because I remember when I was younger, they'll take us to like, we call it Duksi, innit?
Yeah.
Madrasah.
Yeah, Madrasah, basically. They'll take us there, but I was just going there because I was forced. I'll be real, innit? It was like a daily routine.
That's as a kid, though.
We're kids, innit?
Yeah, as a kid, but
you just gotta do what you.
Yeah, I know, but and then once I grow.
So later on, you need to find that love.
Yeah.
That love for it.
Yeah, once you find that love, that's when your intention, I think, will become more.
That's when it starts.
So would you guys
the
think
real
that?
journey
Would you guys think that parents shouldn't do that? Like,
No, 100.
No. They
do you
should.
know why? Do you know why I'm against like people saying, "Oh, they shouldn't do that." They should, because there's some people like when they were younger, they were forced to like go like Madrasah and stuff like that, innit? And then they were forced to, so they learnt some Qur'an. Then later on down their life, they obviously like fell down.
No, but I think you know
They expected to, and then afterwards, they're deeper. They're like, oh wow. When they come back on the track again and start practicing again, they're like, oh, if I didn't do my Qur'an when I was younger, when I was forced, it would have been peak for them.
Yeah.
So I think there's a good element to it. But even though you shouldn't force kids,
Yeah, you shouldn't
you
force.
should build it within them.
Encourage it, innit?
Yeah. And I feel like one mistake that people make is, you know how there's two types of implementations in it. So there's the external and internal. A lot of parents focus on like external, like just go take him there, read, but they don't know why they're doing it. Like they don't feel anything inside.
Yeah.
And that's why I have to teach them aqidah.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, that's very true, man. But there's a lot of things that go into play with that when they do it externally. Like, let's say, for example, they take their kids to Duksi or Madrasah. It's all for a reason. Like, let's say, so to occupy their time in it.
Sometimes,
Yeah, exactly. And also to give themselves like, I'm doing something to help my child.
Oh, they're playing the laziness card. Yeah.
No, but another thing, some parents don't know, innit? Like,
Yeah,
some
they don't know better, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But
Especially a lot of
it's still good though, anyways. Regardless,
I think when most of the time when they get older, they're thankful for their parents.
100%, man.
Even maybe when they were younger, they didn't like that. They didn't enjoy it. Maybe it was hard. They were crying and like trying not to go. But I think like even me,
You reach
I
your age.
didn't particularly enjoy it when I was younger.
But now you
But
get the benefits.
alhamdulillah, like, I'm very grateful that I actually learned it like when I was younger, because then I'll probably be really stuck right now.
Yeah, the best feeling, I can't lie, is when you start, let's say like your old recitation, it wasn't the best in it, and then you see improvements. Well, like that's the best feeling in my opinion.
But then also,
and you listen back to it,
you're like, oh, what am I doing?
That's the voice those from like last year.
Oh my days, those will never get leaked. Those will never get leaked. I'll tell you that for free.
It's also important to have a teacher because they spot mistakes, but that you won't clock yourself. Like a lot of people, they think that, oh no, I'll just read myself.
Yeah,
now.
no,
that's true.
Like, sometimes I come in
That is
here, I'm
so
like,
true.
oh, this page is patterned.
Yeah.
This guy, just my place. I'm like,
Bro, the first ayah, bro, like 5 mistakes, bro. Like, what is this, bro?
Or like, I don't understand those people that say, you know those people that say that they learn it. When you ask them, are you memorizing Qur'an? It's like, yeah. Like, who's your teacher? Like, no, I'm just doing it myself. Wallah, it doesn't make sense.
It
Like,
does not make sense, man.
Imagine you're memorizing a mistake, and it's going to be harder for you to like unlearn that now.
What even memorizing according to? Because they don't know any rules, so they're just reading it like
Yeah, they just no, they know what it is. They try to imitate.
oh yeah.
Not imitate, but they will listen to someone just sheikh reciting, and then they'll try to read like that. But then they still won't listen to it properly. You won't learn all the rules like that.
Even then, you don't pick up the things like the Tajweed and stuff.
Yeah.
You just pick up the tone. Do you understand?
Yeah, just the tone.
You
that's
don't know
it.
where the rules are.
Yeah.
Like
Even
you're just
when you memorize just according to listen to it, you memorize the tone. Yeah. If that tone goes, you have to memorize at a different tone. You'll forget. You won't remember, 'cause you have to do it according to that tone. That's
That's so true, man. That's true. I can't lie. But yeah, man.
and also I feel like if you know when you learn Tajweed and stuff like that, it kind of motivates you to read more Qur'an because you're enjoying it more because you're reading it you're perfecting your voice, and also if you understand the meaning as well in it. But Tajweed also helps as well. Like even sometimes when you're not like motivated to like look at tafasir, maybe you don't have time like that. But then just because you're able to read fluently and stuff like that, it just pushes you to like read more and more.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You see, when you're listening to someone recite and you know the Tajweed rules and that, you'll be so focused on the recitation that you'll even be thinking about the Tajweed rules, innit? That's for me personally. That's how I feel like I got better with my Tajweed, innit? You'll be listening to someone recite and then you hear the qalqala and you're like, okay, qalqala there. You hear so many things.
You appreciate it more.
You appreciate it more, man. And then you won't. I can't lie, you start swaying towards reciters that recite with proper tajweed in it. Because there's some reciters that
No,
they
you know.
still
The singers are
obviously there's some reciters that don't.
I know.
Yeah, but
I know, but when we was younger, we used to only solely care about like
The voice.
the talawa was nice.
Yeah.
If,
The melody.
The melody, yeah.
Trust me.
I feel like there's too much emphasis on that, like rather than the makharij, the tajweed,
Yeah,
the pronunciation.
well, right now I appreciate makharij, huruf, sifat.
Word.
Trust me, bro. Differently, fam. I used to listen to like them high tone, you know them ones. Not them high tone ones, but obviously like the ones that are very wavy, melodic.
Yeah.
But now I like it, like the proper raw tajweed,
solid,
proper. Yeah. It's just you just feel it proper as well, man.
Because deep, if you hear someone with a nice voice, but they got no tajweed, no makharij. It doesn't sound nice.
Yeah.
But like before, I was always confused when people say Husari the best. I was thinking like,
bro, he's playing.
Bro,
he's playing, bro. Like,
and then now I deep it, bro.
Yeah, you appreciate
it. Makes
bro.
sense. It makes sense. Wallahi, it makes sense. But what was he saying?
I was saying, so people who have a beautiful voice and no tajweed sounds bad, but people who they don't make their voice extravagant or anything, but they have perfect tajweed.
Perfect tajweed, yeah.
Beautiful. Like,
Wallahi.
History, Muhammad Ayyub,
even Minshawi, bro.
Them ones like
Proper.
It's just easy. It's easy on the ears. You know what I mean? Like it's just pleasant to listen to.
Yeah, definitely, man. I prefer that more than the way.
I still listen to other ones.
Yeah, obviously, I still listen to other ones.
But them ones are nice to listen to now.
Yeah, but someone that's learning Quran, they should strive to like at least try get a teacher to learn tajweed, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Allah says in the Quran, what did he say in Surah Muzammil?
ورتل القرآن ترتيلا.
نعم ورتل القرآن ترتيلا. I think Ali ibn Abi Talib said that this is the proof for tajweed. Recite
This means
in a good way. So this is why, just from this ayah, to implement this ayah, inshallah, just study tajweed or how to recite the Quran.
Tajweed.
Correct tajweed.
Not from your teacher. From the actual.
in Jazariya, وَلَمْ يُصَحِّحِ الْقُرْآنَ آثِمُ.
Oh yeah.
The someone who doesn't recite the Quran. He doesn't try to perfect his recitation of the Quran. That person
is sinning. Yeah, that's mad. If you deep it.
Yeah. But what is tajweed though? Like just definition.
Tajweed is a rule.
Yeah, it's the rules of the Quran.
It's the rules of how to recite of the Quran.
Give me a proof for that in Jazariya.
This is where we walk out. Who is it?
Giving each letter.
Give me the first.
هو إعطاء الحروف حقها من صفتين. That's it. So given each letter is right. So you're right.
That's that. So I'll say the first important point was to get a teacher that's qualified with an ijaza.
Qualified, very important. Qualified.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
ijaza, bro. Because that confirms the chain.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if there's anything you want to, some people they might be put off in it because like they have to invest something in it.
Yeah.
But bro, this is
the best investment.
I'm telling you, it's the best investment.
Trust me, man. I'll pay a bag.
Trust me, bro. About the ajr that you get when you won't care about the money.
The satisfaction, when you hear your old recitation and your new one now, it's different, bro. Allah, it's different, man. And you just think like, rah, that's me, you know. But yeah, man. Really, so the first, I know, but the first point. Get a teacher that's qualified in it. What would you say the second point is?
The intention, what he mentioned.
Intention
is very big as well. Because some people, they want to learn Qur'an.
Just for the sake of it.
So they can make a social media account and just post recitations on there.
TikToks on that.
There's a hadith in it. The majority of the hypocrites.
The Qur'an.
Yeah, the Qur'an reciters. So it's scary because obviously, especially nowadays, one video on YouTube, it can really
blow.
And it can get to you, but you have to remember, stay grounded. Make sure you're doing it sincerely for Allah only.
It all comes down to intention again.
Will come with that, but just make sure that you yourself, you're doing it for Allah.
It's true. It can be snatched away from you, Because some people, they might be reciting, like they might be on a roll, like reciting every day, and do every day, stuff like that. But then they get ahead of themselves, like they think the ones that are like putting in the effort, so they're getting what they put in. Little did they know is Allah's allowing you to do it.
It's a blessing.
So then they get snatched away from them, and then back to square one. That's how it always has to be.
It could be a proof for you or against you.
So
If you're doing it for the people, then
go against you.
But
definitely.
that can creep in speak.
So what we've said, teacher with ijaza, intention.
Just develop a connection with it, I think.
A connection, yeah.
Just having a connection every day, inshallah, as much as you can. Try and read
like a routine.
Even if it's one ayah.
Yeah,
if that's all you can do, then do that. Because it's better than nothing, do you know what I mean? When slowly you develop that connection, that love for the kalam of Allah, and then your life improves. Your life.
Trust me, it does. Can't lie with me. I always say that today I'm going to read a page. I end up reading 3, because that's just how it is. And once you're in the mood of reading, once you get in, I can't lie. It's related to that thing. Do you remember that thing on Instagram? 1 push-up theory.
Yeah.
From the guy. What's his name? Ijad the Institute.
Yeah,
he says when he can't be asked to go gym, he just says, I'm just gonna go do 1 push-up.
Yeah.
And he does 1 push-up
and he gets carried on.
And he carries on. He ends up doing a whole workout. That's very similar. They can use that with everything,
That's true.
That's how you just get things out of the way, innit? But with this Qur'an, you say, I'm gonna read 1 page, you can read more pages, innit? If you stop yourself from one page, and that's just you, innit? I'll be real. But once you're reading, bro, there's no stopping in it.
Even if you just read one page, that's still alhamdulillah. That's
good.
Of course. Even if one ayah is perfect,
one ayah,
but
one ayah.
Obviously not perfect, but
it's not perfect,
good.
but it's good, innit?
But one ayah, looking at its meaning, acting upon it, is better than reading the whole juz.
The ulama, they mentioned like
Just from
someone
reading.
who acts upon the Quran and it hasn't memorized it is better than one who's memorized it and doesn't act upon it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, acting upon, like, alhamdulillah, if you memorize it, even better, obviously. But just acting upon it, that's the main thing, you know. We have to make the Quran.
That's why it was there, man, to follow it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember when? Sorry, go on. I was gonna say about when Aisha was asked how was the Prophet ﷺ's character. What did she say?
Was the Quran.
Al-Quran.
Everything in the Quran, he implemented it. That's what we need to strive to reach as well.
And I was gonna say, back in the times of the Salaf, they weren't their target wouldn't be to like memorize the whole Quran. Obviously, there's that virtue, but they would try to memorize 10 ayat.
Yeah.
And just they would
proper act upon it
and
deep it.
Everything, bro. And they would just stick to that. And you know, they'll supplicate with those ayat and like, basically they'll just implement it.
Yeah.
Day to day, like, and bro, 10 ayat, bro. It's not that much, bro. But
that's not.
But that was
very stronger than ours. Yeah. That's how they used to memorize.
Yeah.
Few ayat, implement. Few ayat, implement.
Yeah.
Because what was it again? Someone said the things that you implement, that's what sticks with you. So like, say you learn a fiqh mas'ala, and you implement it, it will stick with you for a long time.
Why are you doing that? They'll say, because of this.
Yeah,
because you've basically done all the steps.
Yeah. Oh,
Think about it.
Yeah.
You've learned it, you've implemented it, and now you solidified it basically.
Yeah.
You're always going to remember it. Because learning the practical is one thing, and then doing learning the theory is one thing, innit? And then doing the practical is that's like
even then the next step, teaching it. Like teaching the Quran. The Prophet said, the best of you is those who learn the Quran and those who teach it.
So
like, alhamdulillah, if we will get to the stage, inshallah, may Allah make
inshallah, I mean.
So, like, even teaching other people, imagine them carrying the Quran with them then after that, because you taught them. So imagine our teachers,
get a lot of rewards,
the ajr they get from just teaching us.
Well, you can get generations.
Bro, that investment is exponential, bro.
I'm talking about generational wealth, bro. This generational ajr, bro. You done.
A couple men are thinking about crypto, fam. But yeah, wallahi, if you actually deep it, that's mad, you know. That alone should be should motivate you.
No, but I was gonna say that just deep in that hadith as well. Khayrukum, like, people are out here, you know, looking to be the best, looking, you know, to be successful and stuff. Khayrukum, the best of you, ta'allam al-Qur'an wa 'allamahu. You know, the best of you are those. And also, with that hadith, you know, a person who teaches other sciences, for example, like aqidah and fiqh and stuff, all of that comes back to the Quran. So it's like they come under that hadith
basically,
as well.
Subhanallah.
That's mad, you know.
That's true. And that's why when you have kids, like, don't take them to Madrasah and teach them Quran there. Teach them yourself.
Bro,
teaching once they have the groundwork.
Not just kids though, even reverts. Like, if you have revert friends, bro, just teach them Surah Fatiha.
Every salah, man. I think we should start talking about memorization now.
Yeah, memorization, definitely. That's, bro, you see when you're praying, everything you're reading, I can't lie, if you haven't memorized a lot, you're always going to be reading the same surah. There's nothing wrong with that, but come on, man.
There's a chance of your khushu' diminishing.
It's just, you're just doing it because you're never really going to think about the ayahs no more.
Yeah.
But when you're memorizing, you see memorizing, how do you man solidify it? Me personally, if I memorize a surah, I'll use that surah in my prayer.
Most those are the ones that are the strongest, man. I can't.
Yeah, but memorizing is very important, man. What do you have to add about memorizing?
Memorizing, subhanAllah. Well, like, someone wants to start learning how to recite the Quran, they should strive to memorize the Quran. Because Allah said, what did Allah say in the Quran? Surah?
Don't tell me.
Surah Qamar.
No.
Yeah, how
many times did you say it? 4 times? Allah Alam.
No, it's more than 4. Is it not more than 4?
Allah Alam. I haven't memorized.
I can't remember, but quite a few times.
Allah says He's made the Quran easy. So then if we're finding it hard, is it Allah that's not telling the truth?
On us.
Or is it something with us?
Yeah, something within us, definitely.
So it's our problem. So if you're struggling to memorize the Quran, know there's a problem with your heart, or you're doing something wrong. But like, let's like talk about how do you actually memorize it? First, you mentioned the first point: get a teacher. First of all, get a teacher. You can't memorize it by yourself.
Yeah.
Number 1, get a teacher. Intention being a moan, I can't lie.
Yeah.
Intention.
Yeah, intention starts off with everything.
Yeah.
Anything you do, you have to have the correct intention first,
Yeah.
innit?
So intention
and
get a
perseverance
teacher.
as well, man. Because some days, although it's like, you know, as you said, it's made easy. Some days do get hard. You know, you come across some ayah, you know. For example, Surah Al-Jinn. Allah understand. So that was getting a bit techie, you know. But you know, you reach the end, inshallah. But you
Surah Muhammad, what was that?
Huh?
Surah Muhammad.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of new words.
I find it's a good challenge though, innit?
Yeah.
It loosens up your tongue, and then I'm being serious.
It's true, you expose you to new words.
Yeah, exactly. New vocab as well. But yeah, man,
Okay,
definitely.
so intention, teacher. What else would you say?
And then I think staying away from sins.
Mm.
Thing.
That's a big one.
Memorizing.
Staying away from sins.
Abdullah, slap the court, man. Waqi.
Oh, okay, Jarrah.
No, but that is a very
that's such a comprehensive.
No, but that quote is so
I think
important.
especially for the Qur'an. I think especially for the Qur'an.
Yeah,
Should be written in gold
You
ink
need to stay away from sins. Like,
on the wall, man.
You know one thing why it's so important to have a teacher memorizing Qur'an, because you know this is how Iman goes up and down. Some days you're feeling lazy, like you don't want to memorize how you used to before. But then the fact that you have the teacher waiting for you and expecting this many pages, you have to. It doesn't matter how loyal your man is, you have to just like not to save yourself.
I don't expose myself here, but I can't lie. There's been a couple weeks. Basically, we read once a week, innit? I can't lie, yeah. After that, when we do Wednesday, innit? After Wednesday, man goes home, I'm chilling. Come Sunday now, I've memorized nothing.
I'm telling you,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll mash your work only because like I have to do it, innit? I don't want to embarrass myself. That's the importance of having a teacher, man. Because you see, when you're doing it with yourself, there's no criteria. Normally, every Wednesday you come here, you have to read something, innit?
Yeah.
But with yourself, it's just according to your own pace, and then you can get very lazy when you're, like what you said, when your iman is low, you might even just neglect it.
Yeah.
And say, I'll just do it next week, or I'll just do it tomorrow.
Every week you're turning up in it. So even if you've done even like a page or half a page, you know, you're gonna turn up, you're gonna read something.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're doing it yourself, like you're gonna leave it for a long time.
It keeps you in check. The teacher keeps you in check. Even if it forces you to stay consistent, and it forces you to at least have something so that you come to your teachers, you know.
Yeah, I think it keeps you humble as well, man. It humbles you, I can't lie. Because when you're reading by yourself and learning by yourself, I mean, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, with a teacher, it humbles you, innit? It shows you like, you can't go this way. You have to go this way, my way, innit?
Yeah, it's true.
Like the teacher's way. But yeah, go on.
I was going to add on to another point. Is putting time in it. Because some people say, this surah is so hard, this is so hard. But they're not even putting time like that. They're reading like 10 minutes a day.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And they give up. They say, it's too hard. That doesn't make sense. You have to put in your time, put in the effort as well. So that's, okay, we made intention, teacher, stay away from sins, put in time, and dua.
Dua. That one's consistent. You have to keep consistently asking, making dua.
Yeah.
Can't lie.
I mentioned this before. Do you know when you read one ayah? And then the ayah is a blessing that you memorized it. Say Alhamdulillah, thank Allah for that. And Allah says in the Qur'an, وَلَئِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. So have that in mind. So Alhamdulillah, I memorize an ayah or a page, and then he'll give you another page. Think of it like that, innit?
Yeah, that's true, you know. That's a good tip. I'll start using that. But yeah, man, we've covered the points.
So we've covered memorization now.
Memorization. What else would you like to touch upon?
I want to say one point.
Wait, he wants to say something.
No, let me.
My bad.
Say something. Like even hearing the Qur'an, like listening to it, I think it can have an impact that we might underestimate. Because I think one of the Salaf, Fudail ibn Iyad, he wasn't someone that was seeking knowledge before. Like he was a highway robber. You know what I'm saying? There's a narration of him. He was like scaling a house to rob, and while he was climbing the walls, he heard someone recite. He had the ayah in. ألم يعني للذين آمنوا
أن تخشع قلوبهم لذكر الله.
And he said, بلا يا رب قد آن. So the ayah is, has a time not come for Allah's believers to humbly submit to with his remembrance. And Fudail ibn Iyad said, yes Allah, the time's come. And from that he left that life. Just by hearing that one ayah. It changed his life and he became, a massive scholar. We still live from today, Fudail ibn Iyad. I think even you just reading it and someone hearing it, that can change someone's life. Like the person who was reading that ayah, he probably doesn't even know who Fudayl ibn Iyad was.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? And
Well,
because of him
he gets all
reciting-
the reward for that.
exactly. Yeah.
Anything for the Ibn Iyad he's done in his life,
Exactly, yeah.
like the guy, it will all come back to him, innit?
Exactly. Deep that though.
Yeah.
It's like he just read it and someone heard it and that changed his
Yeah.
life. So I think it just adds on to another benefit that we shouldn't let really diminish what we do as well,
Yeah.
because it can affect
Yeah.
someone else in a massive way that we'll never even. we'll
You'll
even
never
to do
know.
it.
Yeah, that's
Allah
true.
will bring it to us. Alhamdulillah.
Imagine that.
I did this for this person. You know what I'm
Long back. But yeah, man. Would you want to add anything else about the
No.
memorizing topic?
I think we covered everything about memorization. From that, obviously, the actual method to memorizing.
Yeah, I was gonna get on to
Yeah,
that next.
yeah,
you know, but I
no,
thought you wanted to
yeah,
add something to the
can't.
memorizing.
We covered most of it, but yeah, no, the method's very in it.
Yeah, the method.
No, everyone has their way in it.
Mad methods.
I can't lie. I want everyone to give me a method of memorizing.
I got the bricklayer method.
Bricklayer.
Yeah,
Go on.
I just made up the name. I can't lie. Basically, you start with one ayah.
Astaghfirullah, fam. Massive bricklaying method, bro. What did you
Yeah, you put one brick and then you join it with the other one. Just keep building like that. Yeah, you cement it. You just
Okay,
go
go
up
on.
that.
Just explain
Read one
yourself.
ayah.
Just explain yourself.
Basically, you look at the one ayah. You listen. You read it 3 times,
Yeah.
and then you memorize that 3 times looking in, 3 times looking without looking in, and then if it's a long ayah, then probably do more.
Yeah.
And then once you know that by heart, you go to the next ayah, and then you just join from the ayah that you started off with, and you just keep going to the end of the page. And
Yeah,
after you've done
I
the
use
page,
that.
after you've done the page, read it 3 times or 5 times without looking in. And after you've done that,
Check
this is what I
the
do. Yeah, you go on your
Yeah.
phone, and then you go on a Qur'an app. And there's a Qur'an app that shows like the singular translations, like every single word. I've seen that app, the green one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you use that, and then you listen to your sheikh or someone that recites that page, whatever, and then you listen to his recitation. You look at the English translation in it. So if you don't understand what it's saying, you know what it's saying, and that will make it even more solid. After that, just read it yourself, and you know the meaning, kind of.
Can't lie. You see that method?
Yeah.
It looks like it works properly.
Bricklayer.
innit?
No,
That-
Upon method in it, I think.
Huh?
I
yeah,
think a
no.
lot of people use that method.
Yeah, but I can't lie. I don't use
Difference is,
I don't use that
amount of
method.
time.
Do you use that method?
Yeah,
I don't use that method. Do
You
you
told me
know?
about it, innit?
Do you know what method I do? Do you know what method I do? Yeah.
What?
Let's say the page. I start the page. Yeah. I read the first ayah until it's solid in it, and then I read the next ayah. Then I'll go back to the first one and then read both of them.
Yeah, like that.
Just keep doing that.
Yeah,
But I don't repeat it.
not 3 times.
I read it until it's.
Then if you mention this,
And then when there's a long one,
Yeah,
I'll read it until there's a stop,
yeah,
and I'll go back to the start. Read it to the stop,
Yeah,
just like that. It's like your one was a bricklayer one, mine was a Lego. Because Legos, there's small pieces in it. The brick is a big piece in it.
No, but I think everyone does relatively the same. But the amount of times
Yeah,
you
it's
repeat
so
it,
much.
like it differs. Because some people, they get it quickly.
Yeah.
Some people it takes
yeah,
time.
that's true.
I can't lie. Does this happen to you, man? You see when you memorize a page, the next day you forget it completely.
Yeah, it's natural.
No, but completely like.
Completely. Okay, I don't like
that's a
completely.
stretch now. That's a
But like,
Not
you,
completely, but like.
But you know what
if
that means. You know what that
you
means, though.
you read the first ayah and then the next one is just like, what's next? What's next?
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I can't like, and it takes me I have to do another same session as my first one, and then the next day after that is proper.
Well, no,
So
you
I'm
can-
like a little, like a little.
Look at what you were doing that session for.
Nah,
you
I know what you're trying to say. The next day, I have to do like a little Subac para and that.
What does that mean? What does that mean for the viewers that don't know? Even I don't know what that means.
I
I'll
went
be
to
real.
Madrasah like a Asian Madrasah, innit?
Pakistan.
So you know how you have like the one that you're reading.
Give it to you, so.
No.
You wanna take over, bro?
It's a sub.
Continue.
But yeah, you know how you have like your new thing that you're gonna read to your sheikh, your jadid, your new page that you're gonna read to teach you,
Yeah.
whatever. They call it Subac, innit?
Was it sub?
I don't know what it means.
But I still call it
Subac,
Subac to
yeah.
this day. though.
Yeah,
You know what it is, bro? Like,
What would you not say? What would you
right?
not say? What'd you not say?
We never had a word for
I
it.
heard
I'll
the
be real.
jadid, but I don't use it. I just say my hifs. But it's some people say jadid.
I can't lie. When I was going Duxi and we never had. We
I
never
don't
had.
know, man.
You know
never
how
had
to
a word.
Sabak,
What?
maybe it comes from the word sabak. Sabak.
We never had a word for it. We
But
just had a
that means
stick,
That's
fam.
what you pass, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
We never had a word for it. We had a stick. you better read it.
Yeah, there was sabak para and door.
Trust me, I called it Manzil and that.
Manzil.
Trust me, bro.
We called it manzila.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Let's talk about the topics then. Like these culture clashes.
Oh, it's gonna get deep. I
It's
can't
not a
lie.
clash, but
This is gonna get
we-
deep, though.
we had
Yeah,
we
there's
had
a lot
something
to it,
called
there's a lot.
Subac.
Yeah.
Like
no.
you would all read the ayah and that. I can't lie, that was very effective, you know.
Wallahi.
Remember when we was younger, fam?
Yeah.
We would read a couple surahs, innit? Till this day, I can't lie.
It's in my head.
It's still in my head, bro.
Back of my head. Like
If
if
I
the
go
imam's
over
reading it, if the imam's reading it,
It's
I
mad.
know what's next. Yeah.
I know what's next.
Mad.
Like,
But also, I think that's
it's very
Explain it. What is it? What is
it's
it? What's
effective,
about?
especially when you're young.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like when you're growing up, like it depends. Like even at your like local masjid and that, you're doing it with your people in the mosque. Like it not only helps your like hifd and your memorization, but it builds a community and that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's
Every
true.
Friday.
Brotherhood.
It's like, it's like everyone's looking forward to it. Like,
Yeah.
yo, everyone's about it.
Like,
Yeah?
everyone's
Friday,
engaged,
7
like-
p.m.
That's what they do, you know.
Yeah, I
That
know.
message.
Yeah, Brixton.
But what is
That's
Subac?
Subac, that's
Explain what
Subac,
Subac is. Some people might not know.
It's
It is.
basically like when there's a group of people, they all read one ayah each of a surah
By heart.
by heart. Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, you read.
I can't lie, our one was different though. It wasn't just like that. You see, Subac, it's just one ayah each.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah. We don't need to get into that.
Off camera.
No, Subac doesn't have to be one eye.
Nah, our Subac was a bit altered, didn't it? You know.
It was old, didn't it?
Okay, like
I had
that.
to change the buttons and that.
Alright, okay.
With the screwdriver. With the screwdriver. You had to do a little adjustments. But yeah, man.
Subac, fam. No.
Why did you say that?
Oh, cut that out. No one needs to know that. But one
Silly boy. But yeah, what's it called? But yeah, man. Subac Para, what's it called?
Subac.
Subac Parador. Okay, cool. So anyways, that's little culture language lesson. Qur'an. So does anyone else have anything else to say?
It's last piece of advice, and just keep reciting the Qur'an. Look over its meanings. I remember the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ said in the judgment, the person will be told to read, recite, and elevate the same way I used to read in the dunya. Remember that? Yeah, become a yeah.
Just end on the statement. Uthman ibn Affan, he said, I hate a day for to pass where I've not looked into the book of Allah.
SubhanAllah.
Every day we should strive to recite the Qur'an and look into the Qur'an and reflect upon the Qur'an. No.
Also, like when it comes to talking about statuses, like there's a hadith where the Prophet, he mentions like verily, like Allah raises the status of people through this book, and with the same book he humiliates others.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, so you can't be a person who neglects the Qur'an and be like,
And you expect Allah to be there with
you can't be close to Allah without having that connection with the Qur'an.
No, they say Ahlullahi hum Ahlul Qur'an. People of Allah, they were the people of the Qur'an.
Yeah.
So how do you become the people of Qur'an? You recite it more, implement it, understand its meaning.
Yeah.
Very important. But yeah, with that being said, I think we'll wrap it up today.
Don't let me land today.
One circle finish. But yeah,
You know,
that was today's episode. Importance of the Quran.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that's it, guys. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Salam.